Alright, let's turn this on. This is my Jaws. I just got it 2 weekends ago at the Houston Arcade and Pinball Expo. It's the first new in-box game, so to speak, I've had in 20 years, even though it was already obviously opened and used at the Expo. It actually got 750 plays at the Expo, so it's broke in well. But at any rate, I'm gonna put PinVision in it tonight. And so it's today's Thanksgiving and it's evening time, and so I'm gonna go ahead and take some time since I don't have to work tomorrow. We're gonna get PinVision put in here, and we'll see how it looks. If I like it, I'm gonna keep it. If I don't, I'll sell it and get some kind of expression lighting or something. So we'll see where it all ends up. So let's get started. Yes, ma'am, love you.
Love you too.
Glad you're home safe.
Yes, me too.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Okay. This is my first, I have my Lord of the Rings is Astern, of course, but it's White Stars, so this is my first Spike 2 game, any of that kind of stuff, so I'm pretty new to this, but it's pretty amazing when I look and I see all of the, or should I say all of the lack of boards and things in here. It's a lot WPCs and this are so different. I like this better. I mean, face it, you know. But anyway, let me get my tools. We're gonna undo this to do this PinVision. I'll get a towel to the lady out here. Now, first things first. Let's open this. Let's see. But I'm still gonna keep it all nice and neat in case I decide to later sell it or put it in a different game. Put that together. So if you're playing at home, put this here. We're gonna fold this and put this right here. Because ultimately we're gonna take the hinges, if you wanna call them that, off. These cables that hold it up. All right, so let's go ahead and undo the speakers. Let's undo the connector. Flip that over. All right, let's undo the speakers here. And there is a 5/16 nut and then a washer on here. Now sometimes these are magnetized, so I have to like only go so far and then take them out if they get stuck in there in the wrench. Can't get them out, so let's. All right. So there is a metal washer. There is a metal washer that goes right here on the speaker. Let's get those out of here. I'll be upgrading the speakers pretty soon too. Here's the little plastic washers that go under the speaker. I remember those. Now there's these little screws on the side that hold the display in place. We're gonna undo those. Hopefully they're not too tight, man. On that Avengers, I think it was, I was trying to undo them. And man, those suckers were so tight. I had one of them, I didn't think I was gonna be able to get off. But I finally did, but it sure took a lot of effort. That one's almost like that. Golly, they tighten those good at the factory. All right. Yeah, I probably shut the game off. I just realized I got it on. Let me just turn it off just to be safe. I don't want to damage the this display. These cost too much. All right. It slides right here. These are the hinges right here. So you have some adjustment if you need to. Put that right there. Okay, let's get those two washers off of here. All right, we're gonna do one side at a time. Let me go ahead, and we're gonna take this out, this little If I can get it here. There we go. That stays with that. I'm trying to think. It seems like these plastic pieces go. I think it's only with the LE that you keep the plastic pieces in place. If I remember correctly, these come out. So let's go ahead and work these out here. There. And these are all going back in the PinVision or PinVision box. And they'll stay there until I ever decide to keep the PinVision in this forever, or if I ever sell Jaws, I'd take the PinVision back out unless I compensated the price for that. All right, now I'm going to open the PinVision display. Each display comes in its own paper. I've got them opened right here. Here's the first one. Now this is the PinVision itself. This is where the magic happens apparently. So what you do is you got to put LCD side outside, LCD side. So this edge goes on the outside, so we're going to turn it over towards the outside. The nice thing is that these are universal. The other pack will look exactly the same, and basically when you go to put it in, you would just flip that one this way. The controllers would be to the bottom. Here, the control bars will be to the top. No big deal. So let's start off by getting that put in. It can be a little tight on the tolerance. This one's a little better. The ones I put on over there, man, they were tough. Now, now that I've got that, we're gonna get our screws for the display. There we go, okay. Got that screwed in, got that screwed in, okay. Now we're gonna put this piece in. These little slots right here, these are the slots that go around that screw, and then you'll tighten that screw in to tighten it all together. So let's go ahead and get this put in right here. There we go. Now, I'm gonna put the bag out of the way. I'm gonna keep all this stuff because all this doesn't go back in, so I'm gonna put all this in the bag. All right, so there's that one. Kind of put away for a second. Now I've got this here. This PinVision came with ring lights. Okay, here's the rings. I'll take them apart here, and then if you notice, there's a little sticker that has an arrow on it. Well, that's to help orient which direction these go. So what you gotta do is look around the plastic and you'll find a little bitty arrow kind of indented in the plastic, and that's where the arrows line up. So when you put it in, you'll line those up, and when you do, and you get them lined up and kind of set in place, the little end, the connector, will have a little slot in that black centerpiece where that wire can go without getting crimped. And then you can go and plug it into the PinVision. All right, once the connector's fully set, we'll go ahead and we will get ready to put the speaker in. Now, if you look here, you see the speaker, if you put it over here, there's nothing for it to attach to, so there is a middle piece that comes with your PinVision. That one's for the LE. This is for the Premium and the Pro, because there are different speaker sizes between the LE and the Premium and Pro. So now we're gonna take this little spacer and we're gonna size it up. It pretty much can go any direction there as long as you line up the 4 screw holes. And it's made in such a way that it won't actually kink the wire between it fitting in the slot of that centerpiece, and then with this spacer, it just all kind of fits together good. And so once that's in, it'll be easy to get the speakers on there because it's already made to fit the speakers that are in your game. All right, now we're gonna go and attach our speaker. Just make sure and orient it so that the connector goes back towards the middle of the back box like it did originally. Then we'll get our screws out. These are the, I believe in the PinVision, the bag is the screws in bag A. And you get those out and just basically put the speaker right back in. And then you'll put in your connector. And at that point, you'll have that part of the PinVision all finished. So we put our connector in here. All right, so now that we have all of that in place, now we can focus on putting the washers and the nuts in all four corners that used to hold down the original speaker complex. Now it's going to hold down our PinVision complex. And that also includes, of course, the wire that holds that supports the door with the display panel so it doesn't hit the glass whenever you lay it down to work on the game. All right, so I've got this side all done. Now I'm going to repeat the same thing over there, and I won't make you watch all that. We'll repeat that over there, and then we'll start running the wiring for it. So this is the power cord. So let's undo the little zippies here. There we go. There's an auxiliary plug right down here. Let me take you off here. Let me see. Over here and look. There's an auxiliary plug right there. And you look under here, you can see it. This is going to plug into here. This only goes one direction. Let's see, I'll figure out which one. There we go. That plugged right in. And then here you're still using your auxiliary for power. But this is what's going to power the PinVision here. And here's one of the cords. There's two of them. There's two identical cords like this because each one goes into a PinVision. So put these in here like they belong. There we go. And that's going to plug into the main board. We're going to get out the second one. I'm going to undo it. Do the same thing. Here's this one. Here we go. Right here. The right direction. You know, I think they kind of only go in one way, but still. Never hurts to double, triple check. Okay. So now, all this and that, all is going to go into this PinVision here. So let's go ahead and start plugging these in. So look, left and right, that's going to be important. Can you see this? See that? Left and right, we're going to make sure we get the right ones. It's going to be important because if you get them backwards, it's not going to look right. So if we're standing at the player's right, this is the left. So this one here goes into the left. There we go. So that means this one's going to go into the right. There we go. Okay, this is the power. We go into here. Luckily, all these things only plug in one way, so there's no way to screw it up. Okay, and we've got input, which is going to be from this one here. This is the last big wire to go in. This is the one that's going to run underneath the game to where the node board in there is for the shaker motor. There we go. Save the zippy. All right. This is big like the input, so it's going to go here. Okay. That board is now put together. Now, see all this business? That's going to be short here, but all this goes into the cabinet down here. So at some point I'm going to have to raise the cabinet and pull that through. So we'll figure that out along the way too, because I'm going to try to run all this nice and neat when it's all finished. Okay. So here's all this. Here's where we're going to plug in our USB. so that we can put the software into it. Okay. Let's see, and this goes, if I remember right, it goes up there, but I want to double check it. All right, now we've got to put this other board in. All right, now we got to put the shaker enhancer board in. Now, the thing about that is that it's, I don't have a shaker motor, but it doesn't matter because you still have to do this part. We were at Callan's and he was putting one in, showing me how to install one in his Iron Maiden. And he tried to skip this step. He didn't have a shaker either, so we thought we could skip it, but it wouldn't work unless you plug this in. So we're definitely going to be plugging that in. And we're saving all this. It's gonna go, it replaces this area right here. Here. Plugs in, let's see which way. There we go. And we'll just use it right there. There we go. Get my goodie bag back down. I'm gonna feed that through. There we go. I'll keep that out of the way. Now, okay. See how all these are. So we're gonna want this somewhere up here. Maybe down here would be better, actually. I hate to stick it on these stickers, and then if I take it off later, it's gonna tear them up. I don't want that. Where did that go? Here? I don't remember. I'll have to get on their site and find out. So let me find that out real quick and then we'll come back and finish. All right, when it comes to connecting to the brains of the outfit here, which I believe that's what that is, that node board up there, I've taken this little adapter right here. This adapter is going to plug in right here. Okay, and then this goes up here. That goes there. Make sure these are on here good. That's there. There we go. Now, in a minute I'll get zip ties. I'm gonna clean up all this wiring, and pretty much I'll be ready to start loading up the software. All right, I kind of cleaned up the wiring some. Still a little busy around there, but nothing too bad. I'm gonna go get the software to put in it, and then we should be able to turn it on and work it. Even though you do have, when you turn it on, you do have to go into the shaker motor, and there's something you have to do with it. You have to initialize it. Even if you don't have a shaker motor, you still have to initialize the setting. So let me go get the software and then we'll try that. All right, let's turn this on now. Let's see the PinVision in action. I didn't I didn't record putting the software into the PinVision. It's real simple on the website, and man, they give such a great tutorial and walk you through every step so easily. There was no point in me trying to show it. I felt like it's just being redundant. So let's see here. We'll see if we can zoom in. There we go. Once it gets all booted up, then it just starts running once it's all going. Here's PinBlaster. Here's the opening box. Is what you get. Instructions, and of course, PinBlaster all wrapped up. Now you got to make sure this is for Spike 2, so you got to make sure and get the right game, because there's one for Spike and for Sam that you need to have if you have a different game. So. There we go. Power the machine of the back box, disconnect. Let's see. Number 7. And this, I'll have to take this part off. It's for the PinVision, but it'll go back on the PinBlaster board. There we go. Okay. And it's got 2 little feet here that have stickers that'll help hold it in place. So we're gonna take that off. There we go, and this is gonna go over. So do it from the other side, might be easier. There we go. And we'll make sure our feet are stuck. There we go. That should work. Now this is gonna go here. Here. And there we go. And this goes here. This is for the pin sound. Excuse me, the PinVision. There we go. Okay. Okay. Looks like it's going. So let the game boot up. Does that say? Green means it's running. All right. Well, it's green. So it doesn't look so green in the camera, but it looks very green in person. So listen to the background. You can hear the truck. How crazy is it? You can actually hear the truck driving and stuff. See, I want to get a subwoofer where it's like do-dum, do-dum. See, listen to the sound.
this sign. Those proportions are correct.
Love to prove that, wouldn't you?
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's with the stock speakers. That's not even with the upgraded speakers yet.
I'll catch this bird for you. It ain't gonna be bad fish.
So at this point, I know it's just a day, 30 minutes or less of PinBlaster, but I tell you what, I really like it. I can't wait to upgrade the speakers and put a subwoofer in this thing so I can really hear Jaws like boom, 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 like in the theaters. So that's PinBlaster, my friends, and there's, like I say, one last time, there's PinVision. So there's two pretty amazing products from PinSound.